Hey everyone, Forrest here with Rocky Mountain School of Photography, and Adobe just pushed out a new update for Lightroom Classic, giving us a brand new denoise feature. Let's go ahead and check it out. So first and foremost, this video is gonna focus on Lightroom Classic. If you are a Lightroom Cloud user, I've linked that video down in the description. So why is this a big deal? Well, Lightroom has been around for a very long time, and in that time, the noise reduction features of Lightroom Classic really haven't changed that much. And what they've done with this is they've actually built AI, the same AI that controls their new masking tools, into the noise reduction section of the program. It's really cool, and I'm really excited to show it to you. So without going too much into it, let me show you how easy it is to apply. All you've got to do is take any of your photographs in the grid view, right-click, and go to Enhance. Do note that you can also get to these tools through the Develop module by going down to the Detail panel and clicking the Denoise button. They both do the same thing. Now, as soon as you get into the Enhance box, I do want to point out a couple of things. First, if you denoise, you can't also super resolution. Super resolution, I made a video on about a year ago. That's where you can actually take the resolution of your images and make it 4 times bigger, which is great for people who want to make big prints. The problem is, as of now, these are mutually exclusive tools. You can only use denoise or only use super resolution. Additionally, we're going to have a preview box on the left side here, and I find that the preview usually does a really weird job of choosing where on the photo it previews. So the first thing I like to do in here is click the minus magnifying glass in the lower right of the preview and zoom in over the subject or an area of clear background in the photo. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you a little preview of what the effect of this tool is gonna be. Now if you click and hold inside the preview box, it's gonna show you a before, and if you release, it's gonna show you the after. Now I'm gonna hold my kind of what this is doing for the end. Let's continue through what's going on inside this box. The next thing that we have is an amount slider. Now, in past Lightroom Classic noise reduction tool options, we would have to apply more noise reduction for higher ISO images, and that's not the case here. The way to think about this amount slider is, this is Adobe's recommended amount of noise reduction, is this 50%. From there, you can lower or increase it depending on your own noise tolerance and how much you're okay with noise being in your photographs. For me, I've found that the 50% default is pretty much perfect for images all the way down to ISO 400 and all the way up to 6400. The only other couple things I want to mention in here is, for one, the estimated time. This is obviously going to depend very heavily on your megapixels of your camera as well as your computer hardware speed. However, I have found that it's very accurate. Additionally, we have an option to create a stack, and I recommend keeping this on. This is going to basically take the 2 photos, the original and the noise reduced version, and stack them together once the noise reduction is complete. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and hit Enhance and let this go through, and then we'll take a look at the results. You'll notice in the upper left, the progress bar is cruising along as this works, and when it's done, we'll be left with 2 photos stacked together. All right, and here we are. So we can see the little 2 in the upper left. That means that it's done. We have the stack. I'm gonna go ahead and click that to expand them both. Now, one thing I wanna point out, if I open these up, hit the letter I on my keyboard, what Lightroom is doing is it's added the -enhanced -nr to the end of the file name of this file, whereas this one is the original DNG. Now, a couple quick disclaimers on this tool before we get too far into it. First, as of right now, this is only available on RAW photographs. So JPEGs, TIFFs, PSDs, I hope those will be coming down the line soon, but as of now, it's gotta be a RAW. Secondly, we can only apply these tools 1 time per photo. I haven't tried the whole export out, re-import, then reapply yet, but I don't really also see a need to. Again, the 50% has been enough noise reduction, and I would even say 100% is too much. So needing to apply it twice, I don't really see a situation where that would come up. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in and look at the results. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in here over the subject, and sometimes you might find it useful to even zoom in further than 100%. So here's our before view. You'll notice tons of noise across the image, hard to make out small details on this singer's face. And then we go to the after, and notice the hair on the side of her head. Here's our before, here's our after. it has actually been rebuilt. It's been resharpened. It has detail brought back to it. And this is amazing. Previously, when we did noise reduction, I always told my students noise reduction is basically blur, because that's what it was. It blurred the noise. And the problem with noise reduction in the past is it also blurred usable details in your photos. Well, this fixes that. This still blurs the background, right? If we compare, here's our before, here's our after, the background's very clean now. However, it also is rebuilding those small, fine details that make images look real. So what's my conclusion? Well, I can safely say this is the best noise reduction I have ever used on a computer, bar none. It's pretty amazing. Previous to this, I've been using Topaz Denoise AI, which is a plugin for Lightroom Classic, and I've had a lot of success with it. However, I did some side-by-side comparisons, and Adobe's beat theirs in pretty much every situation. The only real downside of the Adobe one versus the Topaz one is the Adobe version is a little bit slower than the Topaz version at this time. However, I would assume as time goes on and they make these tools faster, they'll probably be pretty competitive moving forward. Also, to mention, you do have to add the export time and re-import time, or plug-in time and re-plug-in time, however you want to think about it, to actually get the photos into Topaz and back, and keeping it all inside of this one program makes it a lot more straightforward. So let me show you guys a couple other examples here that I was particularly impressed with. This image here was actually shot with an older Canon 5D Mark II, and it was at ISO 6400 with a pretty heavy infrared filter on the front of the lens. And we can see that in this photo, we have quite a bit of noise, yes, but this is the enhanced version. Let me show you what it looked like originally, right? So out of the camera, incredible amounts of noise. Older cameras just did that. And what's really amazing, if you look at these trees and how the light tree meets the dark tree, when we noise reduce, it almost fixes a lot of that and rebuilds a lot of that detail. An area that I was particularly impressed by was this tree in the background. After I noise reduced, I was really intrigued to see all these little small branches, and I compared that to the original, and you can see that detail was not there in the original photograph. Adobe's AI algorithms have taken that information and rebuilt it. Very, very amazing stuff. The other area that I was particularly impressed with on this image were these grasses down in the foreground. This is the original noisy image, and we can see after noise reduction, there's a lot of rebuilding of fine texture there that wasn't there in the original. Lastly, I want to show you one more shot. I was really pleased with this mountain lion image and how it handled this. If we look at the before, we can see we have a lot of noise, a lot of grain, a lot of texture, and moreover, the eyelashes and the whiskers of the mountain lion are not very clearly defined. But when we switch to the final version, we can see they've been blurred, yet the fine detail of those eyelashes has been rebuilt. It almost is like combining noise reduction and sharpening into the same tool. So overall, I have been extremely impressed with this. We can apply it in bulk, we can apply it through the develop module, it does a very, very clean job, and the drawbacks are pretty minimal given what this can do for us. Pretty amazing stuff. If you like this video, drop a like down below. If you have a question, leave it in the comment section. And lastly, hit subscribe to stay up to date with future videos. We come out with videos every single week on photography, videography, business, marketing, anything related to the creative world of entrepreneurship and creativity, let's say. All right, hope to see you in a future video. Thanks, everybody.